Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hello and welcome to the channel. Today I want to discuss something that has been plaguing my mind once again, and I'm here to have a chit chat with you guys. I don't really want it to feel like a lecture, but I do want to talk about standing strong in the face of adversity. Sometimes in our lives, we go through things that hinder us from growing, hinder us from progressing, hinder us from thinking clearly, whatever the case may be. When it comes to how we stand in the face of adversity, sometimes it can kind of hinder us in some sort of way if we're not prepared to maneuver around that obstacle. So I want to start off by giving the textbook definition of what adversity is, and then I kind of want to give my own personal definition and talk about some things that I've been through in my life. So adversity is a noun in its difficulties or misfortune. So my personal definition of adversity is this kind of like the same thing, but it's when we're going through tough times. It's when things are not going right in our lives. It's when sometimes that inconvenience that may come when you are trying to, grow or go to do things. It's that big inconvenience. And I use the word inconvenience because we never know when adversity is going to present ourselves in our lives, but sometimes we just need to take a step back, assess the situation, and then act instead of just acting, shutting down, or just getting super depressed because adversity has faced itself in your life. Sometimes, sometimes we have to sit back and just think about what can I do, what can I control, and what can I not control, and then going off of that rather than trying to just shut down or trying to face the problems head first. So, I've had a lot of misfortune in my life, as you guys may know if you already have taken a look at my channel. I have been diagnosed with schizophrenia. I have been stabbed by my own sister. I seen my father die right in front of me. And what was the same in all those situations was that I chose to shut down in those instances because I didn't know what to do. It was so hard to maneuver and to just progress and to do anything because I felt so stuck. And I feel as if though oftentimes when we are going through these motions, when we are going through those tough times, when we are going through the series of unfortunate events, that's what our brain are telling us to do as the first thing to do. Our fight or flight senses kick in. And most of the time we tend to flight rather than fight. Listen, I know it's not easy and it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, once you develop that personal relationship with God, once you develop that personal relationship with your therapist, once you develop that personal relationship with whomever is helping you to get through these tough times, and it makes it 10 times easier to maneuver. Sometimes that relationship may be hindering you. Sometimes the drugs may be hindering you. Sometimes the alcohol may be hindering you. Adversity is not just a situation, sometimes it's the things in our lives as well. And sometimes we have to set aside those things in order to see clearly and to see what exactly to assess the situation at hand because we can't we can't take on adversity when our brain is clouded. We make cloudy decisions when our brain is cloudy. You have to be able to let go and let life do its thing and say, I'm not gonna shut down, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna let this hinder me, I'm gonna push and I'm gonna move forward. Move forward. Because at the end of the day, time waits on no one. Time is gonna go, time is gonna pass, time is gonna fluctuate, and then you're gonna feel worse because of what you didn't do as opposed to what you did do. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay. All of those things are okay. It's okay to stay down, but don't stay there for too long. Sometimes you have to take those feelings and set them aside and still be able to work through your problems, because at the end of the day, adversity never stops. It just presents itself in different ways. And the pain never stops, but pain presents itself in different ways. It presents itself in overeating, undereating, having an unhealthy relationship with food, having an unhealthy relationship with your children, having an unhealthy relationship with your parents because you're so angry, or you're so upset, or you're so sad, or you're so depressed, and those feelings that we're holding on to can take on a different form, to whereas we're projecting it onto other people and things in our life. So sometimes you have to set that to the side and move forward. If that relationship is tearing you down, it's time to move forward. It's time. If that job is presenting you adversity, if it's hindering you from growing, if it's clouding your mind, if it's causing gray hairs, if it's causing health problems, it's time to move forward. Yes, it is, like I said before, easier said than done, but like I said, you have to take a step back, assess the situation with a clear mind, and then make your move. Because if we never move, if we stay stagnant, and if we stay stuck, then sometimes the pressure, the things of life can sometimes latch on to us like in lack for better words, like a barnacle on a whale. You ever seen those little barnacles on a whale? A whale is constantly moving through the sea, but sometimes, when the whale is moving throughout the sea, barnacles tend to attach itself onto the whale. And if you guys ever seen a barnacle remover, sometimes there are special people in the world that will remove those barnacles for the whale so they'll feel much better. So sometimes when we're maneuvering through life, those barnacles, those pains, those things that we're going through can latch onto us, and it'll be harder for us to maneuver through life. So we need those special people, those special things to remove it, so we can, feel better and just grow ultimately, because that's the whole purpose. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to tell whoever is out there that things do get better. Things do get better. You shouldn't have a bleak outlook on life, because when you are standing strong in that time of the inconvenience, or in the time of misfortune, or in the time of disdain, then you are doing yourself a strong favor, because you'll look back and say, Lord, or universe, or life, or whoever you may talk to or believe in, thank you for allowing me to do that, because now when another situation presents itself, I can do the same thing and have an even better outcome. Today I was really ready to cry, and I was ready to give up, but I said, I'm not going to repeat that cycle, that vicious cycle of me giving up every time I have, or shutting down every time I have a problem. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take control of the things I can and let go, and grant serenity over my life, over the things that I can't control. But the thing that you want 100% do have control of is your attitude and your emotions. And sometimes you have to keep those things in check so you can move forward, and so you can do better and progress instead of degress. Is it degress, digress? I don't know. But I don't want to make this video too long. I hope these words were encouraging to somebody out there. I just pray and hope that whatever you may be going through, whatever you're facing in life, whatever may be hindering you from growing, that the chains are broken in Jesus' name. Because sometimes we can be stuck in such a vicious cycle of taking 10 steps forward to take 100 steps backwards, because of inconvenience, because of misfortune, because of the adversity, because of all these things, because of the projection, because of all these unfortunate things. And sometimes we just simply have to let go, put our feelings to the side, assess the situation, and move forward. Thank you guys, and until my next video, see you later.